This is more than he makes in 2 weeks. He's not deciding whether to pay. He's working out what he gives up to pay. That dog has cost him more than his bike. It has never earned him a single penny. It will never say thank you. It doesn't know what money is, and he'd do it again tomorrow without thinking.
Out of every animal on this planet, we are the only ones who do this. And the reason is stranger than love. Come on, bro, let me show you what's actually going on.
Let's be clear about what we're actually doing here. You take an animal of a completely different species. You bring it into your home. You feed it for its entire life. You pay for its doctor. You clean up after it. You plan holidays around it. And you let it sleep in its favorite cushion. It will die before you do. And you know that when you take it in. You do all of it knowing it ends in grief. Now, has any other animal ever done this? The most famous case is a gorilla called Koko. She was given a kitten, named it All Ball, and she took care of it. And above all, she grieved when it died. But look who gave her the kitten. Even the exception was ours. But no other species does it as a habit. That's not a preference. That's something in the wiring. Here's where it gets strange. You know the face a dog makes? Eyebrows go up, eyes go big, and you completely lose the argument? Wolves can't make that face. They don't have the muscle for it. Dogs have lived next to us for tens of thousands of years, long enough to grow something new. A small muscle right above the eye. Wolves don't have it. Its only job is to lift that eyebrow. Think about what that means. That muscle isn't for hunting. It isn't for running or fighting or surviving the cold. It's aimed at your feelings. It evolved to talk to you. And it works because it's not one way. When you and your dog look at each other, both of you release the same chemical bonding, the same one that fires between a mother and her newborn. Not similar, the same loop. You didn't just tame an animal. The two of you built a bridge from both ends. Fine, but why were we so easy to reach? Here's the answer, and it goes back much further than dogs. Humans are one of the very few animals that raise children together. Not just the mother, the aunt, the grandmother, the neighbor, the older cousin. For most of our history, a baby was passed between many pairs of hands, which means we had to evolve something unusual. The ability to feel deep, protective love for a child that isn't ours. Most animals don't have that. For them, that instinct is locked to their own young. Ours had to be open because our whole survival strategy depended on it. So your brain built a trigger. Big eyes, round face, small nose, clumsy movement, something small that needs you. Anything that matches that pattern switches the carrying on. And here's the part nobody thinks about. That trigger never learned to check what species you are. Why would it? For 200,000 years, the only thing that looked like that was a human baby. There was never any reason to build a check. So when a puppy looks up at you, big eyes, round face, needs you, it walks straight through a door that was never locked, because nothing else could ever open it. That's the species blind spot. Your brain doesn't ask what it is. It only asks whether it needs you. Now let me show you how old this feeling actually is. In Germany, at a place called Bonn-Oberkassel, archaeologists found a grave from around 14,000 years ago. A man, a woman, and buried with them, a puppy. And when they looked closely at the puppy's teeth, they found something. It had been seriously ill, the kind of illness a young dog does not survive alone. It lived for weeks after it should have died, which means somebody kept it warm, gave it water, cleaned it, sat with it, for weeks. That dog could not hunt, could not guard, could not work. It was useless to them in every way you could measure. They took care of it anyway. And when it died, they buried it with their own dead. 14,000 years ago. Before farming, before money, before cities. Somebody already loved a dog, enough to sit up with it through the night. So he paid the bill. He'll eat cheap this month. That's the price of this dog. And that's not stupid. That's not weak. It's the same wiring that made us raise each other's kids. The same wiring that kept us alive when one family wasn't enough. It just never learned to check what species you are. And honestly, thank God it didn't.